ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation from Gaudi Kabir Ji continues with the 32nd stanza and the recitation. Gaudi Kabir Ji Jih Mukh Panchau Amrit Khae, teh mukh dekhat lukat lae. Ik dukh Ram Rai kato mera, agn dahe ar garb basera rahao. Kaya biguti boh bid pati, ko jare को गडले माटी. कहो कबीर हर चरण दिखावो, पाछे ते जम क्यों ना पठावो. कहो कबीर हर चरण दिखावो, पाछे ते जम क्यों न पठावो. जह मुख पांचों अमृत खाए, तह मुख देखत लूखट लाए. Mukh refers to the face as well as to an opening, an aperture. Pancho in Gurbani refers to 5 as well as supreme, the essence, and Amrit is the elixir, the essence, refers to Naam generally in Gurbani, mostly. Context is important. So, Jih Mukh Panchau Amrit Khae, teh mukh dekat lukat lae. Lukat, flames, fire. So Kabir is saying that the face that was meant to consume the elixir of self-knowledge, the essence, has been seen consigned to the flames of the ego. Teh mukh dekhat lukat lae. And we'll see how lukat is really the ego. Now, virtually all English translations that I'm familiar with, and even the Gurmukhi commentaries, the Tikas, have interpreted this couplet along the lines of either the mouth, which used to eat the 5 dainties. I have seen the flame being applied to that mouth. Or, in another translation, it reads, the mouth by which one eats all types of good food, that mouth, that body, that is to say, is applied flame, burnt on death while everyone watches. Now, these are classic examples of falling in the trap of too literal a translation, because that is what these translations have done. And what you end up having is a distortion of the real message. I mean, a large section of humanity does not even get enough food to eat, let alone eating dainties, as one translation puts it. And moreover, why would Kabir even bother with telling us something that is so obvious and mundane? The fact that the mouth that eats is eventually dies and is disposed of. So we have to remember that in Gurbani, the reference to Amrit as food pertains to self-knowledge, as in Sacha Amrit Naam Bhojan Aya on page 150, when Guru Nanak speaks of his mystical encounter. And as we see in the Rahao passage that follows, the meaning becomes even more obvious, that Kabir is referring to, is lamenting the fact that I have seen those who were intended to consume the elixir of self-knowledge are caught in the flames of their ego. They're anxious, they're fearful, and they're burning with desire. That's what Kabir is saying. And therefore Kabir says, Ik dukh Ram Rai kato mera. He's addressing Ram Rai, the all-pervading Supreme Self, the King of the universe. He's saying, Agan dahe kar garb basera. Agan dahe is keep me from the fire of the ego. And garb basera, from the fire of the womb. And again, in Gurmat, there are pointers and evidence that the fire that is being spoken of is really the fire of the ego. I mean, in the Siddh Ghost, for example, Guru Nanak, in responding to one of the questions, says, a-sabad-a-day katha vichari, Gurmukh haume agan nivari. Agan, haume agan nivari. You escape that. So the appeal to the all-pervading King of the universe is, pray remove the source of my perpetual dissatisfaction. That is what dukh is. A state of unsatisfactoriness. Save me from the flames of the ego and the womb, which means the cycle of birth and death. So we have multiple verses in Gurbani that refer to the ego as fire. Kaya biguti bobit pati, jo jare ko gadle mati. So now he comes to the body, the physical body and the physical act of eating. I mean, what he's saying is that the body, kaya, which includes the mental body, by the way, the body is something that the ego identifies with, is impermanent, and is disposed of in many different ways. Some cremated, while others bury it in the ground. So what he's saying is that the body is really not the central focus here. Kabir says, show me instead, enlighten me with the wisdom of the self. That is what I'm looking for. Kaho Kabir, har charan dikhavo. Har charan, the feet of the har, equals knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So that pashe te jam kyu na pathave, after the body dies, I do not return to the world of time and space, that I step into eternity. On that note, until the next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.